Hello, and welcome to Famicast 196, your Famicast for the latter part of April 2021. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined by James Charlton.
Was unless Danny fucked up, that was the wrong intro. But anyway, never mind. We're going back to the new one. It's fine. It's fine. We're not doing the retro one anymore. Who cares?
God. Okay. Yeah. Wrong one. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, there it is.
we could do two takes if you want, Danny.
It's okay. It's
okay.
Maybe even on the audio version of. No, I won't. Whatever. We're also joined by Ty Sugar.
Hey, it's me, a guy.
There it is. Yeah. The gang's all here.
Prove it.
Just a bunch of dudes hanging out online.
Three cool white guys in Japan.
I was literally just thinking that, man. Yeah. So obviously we got another great show for you guys here today. We're going to take another look back at our history, part 4 of 8 for the year of the Famicast, obviously. Multi-month celebrations divided into 8. That's how people usually do celebrations like this.
It's going as well as the year of Luigi so far.
I mean, I guess we really can't complain. Right. But yeah, I mean, there's other stuff that's been going down since we had the last episode. There was, of course, the Indie World presentation that happened. There's a couple of different bits of news and stuff like that. We've been playing games and stuff, and we're going to talk all about that stuff. So I guess without any further ado, let's just go ahead and kick off some new business. And I'll go ahead and kick things off with new business today. I'm going to talk about something that I think you guys out there, and by the way, too, hey, everybody that's in the chat, looks like we got Chris, James, and Russ that are all there.
Yo.
What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us.
Let's go.
What's up, boys?
While James is doing that, I will get some things ready on my end and get ready to go. But I've been playing something that I think a lot of you guys have actually been playing out there as well. And this is Pac-Man 99.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess show of hands or show of speaking up, I guess. Who on the panel has actually played this game to this point?
Nope.
Me.
Okay. So I know James had played it because I'd seen him playing it, on his Switch and stuff like that. So, I think it was the last episode whenever this was basically unveiled, or shortly before that or whatever. And we all got to try. Well, everybody but Ty got to try it out, and I've been really digging it. I'm just kind of like right off the bat, kind of my thought pattern right now with it is like, oh my God, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get number 1. Yeah. And while I do like it, I find that it like the selection stuff that's on the left side that you control with like the face buttons. I think it's the like standard, power, and my speed, stuff like that. Basically extra options that you have, not for targeting, I guess. But I haven't really monkeyed around.
I have no idea.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about, though? Because like in Tetris 99, if you use the stick, you can choose who you're targeting and stuff. And you can obviously do that with the right stick as well here. But there's the face buttons that you can use as well that can do some extra stuff. But I haven't been able to try it out because it's so hectic that like I can't focus on that and like do the regular Pac-Man stuff at the same time.
Yeah, I haven't used it at all, the face button thing or the stick thing, because I've actually been using my Super Famicast pad.
Nice.
Because it's got the best D-pad.
Yeah, I will say I know
any of that.
Well, I know with Mario 35, because at first I thought, oh man, like because to do the choosing thing with on the traditional controller, it's just with the right joystick, but with the Super Famicast pad or even the NES pad, you could do it. On the Super Famicom or Super NES pad or whatever, you did it just by pressing like R or L, and it kind of cycled through those 4 options. I haven't I haven't tried it out with this one, but I imagine that you could probably use L and R and then just the face buttons, because you're not using the face buttons like you were with Tetris. So that would kind of make sense,
Mm-hmm. Well, Ty, I've got to ask: is it just a general you can't be bothered to like turn your Switch on kind of thing, or is it some other kind of like I refuse to support Nintendo Online, that kind of thing?
No, mostly it's just the first thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Well, that's a pretty lame wad excuse, because this game is fucking amazing. And if you like Tetris 99, this is an absolute no-brainer.
Okay, if you say so.
Because well, Danny, you like Mario 35. I did not like Mario 35. I thought it was kind of a bit of a lame duck.
What didn't you like about Mario 35?
It just doesn't work as a game. I just thought it just wasn't fun. It's just like it's just boring, and you just like repetition doing the same things again and again. But like,
I could see that.
You know what I mean? It's like, how many times have you got a new Nintendo console and then let's play Super Mario Brothers. Let's play the first level and then fuck it. It's like that experience, but just again and again and again and again. It's just like it's just boring. But like Pac-Man, it's like it's Pac-Man. Fucking hell! It's like it gets hectic. It starts hectic and just goes crazy. And I think it's probably using, I don't know, you can call it the engine, but it's like the same gameplay as Championship, Pac-Man Championship. And I bought the sequel to that on Switch,
right?
And I didn't like it, and I was like really confused. I was like, why am I not liking this? I was really looking forward to playing Pac-Man Championship, because it was on Xbox. It was an exclusive for a long time on Xbox, right? I think, Ty, right?
Yes.
And I was like super jelly because I thought it looked really, really cool. And
that's a good ass game.
And I thought it would never come to any of the console. And it's, the sequel's coming to Switch. Awesome. Boom. Day one. Buy it. This is not good. And the reason is the sequel is totally different. It's not the same style. And it had loads of lame things where like you bump into a ghost and then you turn around and you start going the other way. And like really weird kind of like things that just slow you down and just make the game just not fun. And lots of other kind of complicated things that they didn't need to add. It just didn't make sense. And like 3D cameras and like Pac-Man flying towards the camera and stuff. It's like, I don't need any of that shit. It's just fucking lame.
Yeah, so it's like doing more than what they needed to do, right?
Yeah. This is the Xbox 360 game, but just, online and against 99 other people. And it's fucking amazing. And ironically, I ended up getting it, but for, a free game,
right?
Not the whatever $10 I spent on the stupid sequel on Switch.
Sure.
Yeah.
Going back to Mario 35 for just a minute. Like, I think, like you said, I can totally get the argument of it feels like you're kind of just playing the same levels over and over again. But like at the same time, you might blame that on the stages that the users are picking, because I'm pretty sure that stuff was cycled through. But at the same time, too, the developers could have came up with a more efficient way to kind of mix it up,
right?
Because I mean, I liked speed running 1-1. I really had no problem with that, and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fine. Mario 1 was like my first game that I ever played, so I always had kind of a soft spot for that game, and to
I think
be able to play
that
it online.
I think that is also an important part of it. Because I don't have that nostalgia at all.
Exactly, you're the Game Boy guy.
Yeah,
and
yep. If it was Super Mario Land 99.
Chris Blackstone, Pac 99 is so frantic from the jump, it's hard to pay attention to the attack and defense mode. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Got some other comments here too. One from James Allen. I quite like Pac-Man 99, but it's pretty relentless and unforgiving. Unlike Tetris 99, where death is slowly coming, with Pac, it could be over in a second. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Russ is saying I'm complaining about all the things that get in the way of Pac-Man being Pac-Man, and just play Pac-Man. That's exactly true, and that's pretty much what Pac-Man 99 is. But it's just it's got all the added cool stuff from the championship game. So yeah, I mean, Balls Chris in the chat, he's also, I think he's pretty much into it. My best so far is 3rd, by the way.
Nice. I got up to 7th.
That's pretty good. I got 4th, and I just got 3rd like a couple of days ago. I mean, I was getting in like the top 20s pretty frequently, and then in 10s, and it's improving, but that top 5, the music goes haywire. It's like it's just crazy. So we talked briefly about this because it was in news last episode, right?
Right.
None of us had played it, but
yeah.
So Ty was, he was talking about the Game Boy version, how you could throw ghosts to the other guys, right?
Yeah,
was that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So with this one, it is, yeah, like you speculated, is these kind of white outline Pac-Men that you throw, and so at other people, and that's how you attack other people, and that will slow you down, and that will fuck you up.
Okay, so it's like a slowdown zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you touch any of those, I mean, you don't die, but it just slows you down. So, and the ghosts are not affected by that. So if they chase you and you get slowed down by a white Pac-Man, you're gonna get fucked. And they also when you get to, like, I would say, and this is not exactly, but I would say around the top 20, they start throwing in red Pac-Men, which are invincible killing machines.
Yeah.
They will go through anything. You can't kill them in any way, form. It doesn't matter if you got a pack pellet or anything.
You can make them disappear. You can make them disappear if you get the fruit.
Yeah, I think, but even in like maybe when it gets really far on, maybe not even that, or you can like freeze them or something like that.
Yeah, if you
get the tablet,
yeah, if you get the cookie or whatever it's called, then yeah, they stop moving.
Right. Yeah, you could be right. The fruit might reset it, but then they just come back.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, and those are always the reasons why I die when I'm in the top 10. Is I just get, it's like a pincer movement. You've got like ghosts and red Pac-Men all coming at you, and it's just like they just all converge on you, and you just like you die. That's pretty much how you're gonna die.
I had a red Pac-Man that was frozen, that was stopped right on top of a fruit, and I thought, oh my god, that's a weird rare double fruit, and I went for it, and obviously I died.
Yeah, those red Pac-Man will fuck you up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what it is, you get the regular pack dots, and when you get enough, then the fruit will appear. And when you get the fruit, then I'll reset all the pack pills and the ghosts that you need to, the ghost train. Because what you need to do is eat the little white ghosts, the kind of white outline ghosts. It's kind of a bit confusing because I was talking about white Pac-Men outlines, and now I'm talking about white ghosts. It's like little baby ghosts things, and when you eat those, it adds a ghost onto one of the other ghosts and makes a train of ghosts. So if you get all of those, is it like, how many is it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe? 8 on the left, 8 on the right. So if you get all of those, there'll be 16 ghosts trailing, right?
Yeah.
Get the pack tablet, and then boom, you'll eat 16 ghosts in one.
There is a limit on how many that you can actually eat and have. It's I think you can maybe go through at least like twice or 3 times on all of them.
Yeah, it's more than 16. I think maybe you can do add another 8 on top of that. But after a while you can't add any more. Yeah,
because I noticed, because I was, I wonder how long I can get this thing, and I was doing that. And just to go back to the fruit appearing thing, like, it's weird, man, because I thought it might have been the pellets too, but I've had it where I barely got any pellets, and then a fruit basically appeared like pretty quickly right after. I'm not exactly sure what.
You're probably just eating pellets without realizing.
No. Trust me, there were no pellets around, and I was like, why did this come? Because I just got the fruit, and I did a few things, and then and then I was like, what? That thing's already back? Okay. So I don't know. Did you eat some ghosts? Maybe a couple, but like.
Yeah, things that have been in the other Pac-Man championship games is like when you eat a ghost, like in the middle of the maze, there'll be like a multiply meter, I guess, and it'll go down. And if you eat another ghost, then it'll reset it. And if you just keep eating ghosts and don't let that circle go away, it'll keep adding it onto it. So you're basically making a chain. So you eat 16 ghosts. You eat another tablet, eat another ghost, you keep adding to it. And I've got up to 96, a chain of 96, which I think is pretty good. So as long as you keep eating the fruit, resetting the tablets, eating the ghosts, and then, eating more tablets, and then resetting, getting the fruit, resetting it, just keep doing that loop, you're going to do pretty well. If you fall out of that loop, if you start, just going back to, the ghosts of regular ghosts, and they're going to fuck you up, and there's no tablets to pick up, that's when you're going to die. Because you need to always make sure there's, you're resetting the stage, getting those tablets, so you can always be invincible and always be safe. You're not invincible, obviously, because of the red Pac-Man, but
Right. Chris Blackstone also says, and by using the train attack mode, you can increase the amount of ghosts in the train. And also, if you clear a stage before resetting with the fruit, it will increase Pac-Man's speed. Okay, interesting. like that's the thing I think about, with Tetris 99 and this. There's not a lot of stuff that's actually explained. Like it seems like the community just kind of figures it out and shares it with each other on social media. Like I kind of like that aspect of it, because everybody's kind of going in blind, and you're just kind of figuring stuff out, which is pretty cool.
It is pretty wild. Like Nintendo seem to have just made this framework that they can just, I'm not going to say drag and drop a ROM in, but it does feel like when I started Pac-Man 99, it's like the sound effects and, obviously the 99 game display and all that kind of stuff is like, holy shit, this is Tetris 99. They've just like copy and pasted Pac-Man into it. Of course, a lot more work went into it than that, but like,
well,
I was just impressed.
Since James has confirmed that drag and drop, Final Fantasy 99's next.
Yeah, I mean, I was speculating on our Discord about what could be next, and I suggested Bomberman 99, but apparently that's already in the works, but not by Nintendo, but like some other Bomberman game, like Battle Royale Bomberman game.
The fucking the cloud gaming one. What's it called? The fucking the Stadia Bomberman.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually coming to everything, free to play, and I think it has a bunch of players at once.
Okay, that's not the Bomber Girl, the booby anime.
No, that's the Japanese arcade one. That plays more like a MOBA.
Oof.
He says, "Yep,
yeah,
man, real weirdos play that game." Or so I hear.
One of my students actually plays it. And
put him on a watch list.
Yep,
you need to.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
in conclusion, I'm impressed, and this. Sorry, it's Danny, but I like this more than Tetris 99.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I think I still like Tetris 99 a little bit better, because it is a little bit more chill. I mean, it is frantic, but I think this is just like almost too frantic, where I can't really relax. But it does have that same type of effect where it's like, man, I could just go one more time. It's not going to take that long. And then like last night I was doing that until about midnight. I was going, I'm going to go to bed early tonight. It was about like 11:30. I just need to do a couple of rounds, just a couple rounds.
It is Morris, isn't it? Like, I mean, I've been playing like regular other games, and then I was like, I'll just play a couple of minutes of Pac-Man just, before I go to bed. Exactly the same thing. And it's like, oh man, if I just did that, then I could have got that guy. Oh man, I could do better next time. It really has, really good gameplay loop, addictive gameplay. Yeah. So good job. You can stop, by the way. You don't have to keep moving. You can just poke Pac-Man at the wall and he'll stop.
Right.
If you just want to like take a breather. Actually, not pro tip, but a tip is like, if all the ghosts are on the maybe the top right, or maybe you've killed all the ghosts and there's only one ghost and he's far away, but there's hundreds of those white outline Pac-Men going for you, just stick in a corner and just let them all hit you.
Exactly.
And then just that's it. It doesn't kill you, so then you just keep playing.
Or I
just so when you touch them, they disappear.
Yeah. Because the whole point of those things is just to slow you down. So once they hit you, they're gone. They did their job.
Okay. Yeah, just park yourself right next to a tablet, power tablet or power pill, whatever it's called. Pellets.
Respect
power pellet,
the cannon. It's a power pellet.
I saw like on the Japanese website, I think they called the big one a power cookie.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Dude.
Japanese.
I mean, it's Pac-Man.
They also call him Pac-Man. Yeah.
They changed it just in case somebody wanted to alter the name.
Should we all push our glasses up at the same time and tell the Fuckman story?
I think everybody knows. Yeah. But moving on, I have one more thing to talk about here real quick, and this is another retro pickup. Because, like I said, I've been kind of playing a lot of things. I'm playing more Buddy Mission Bond as well. I'm hoping to get a review up maybe sometime in the next couple of weeks. But I was a little bit jealous that people in the West got a chance to get the cool physical edition of the Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. They made when they released the ROM in English, then they also had a physical version as well. And obviously that thing sold out real quick, and there was no way in hell for a guy like me in Japan to get it. So like I just went for the next best thing. I found the Japanese actual Famicom version, like just on a reseller for a lot less money. So yeah, this is this is Fire Emblem and the Shadow Dragon and whatever else happened, the Warrior of Light. And yeah, I mean, it's basically like the same type of box. I mean, the thing about old Famicom boxes they are quite small, and most of the time they also were horizontal as opposed to standing, like the NES boxes would have been. And like in terms of size too, like I'm right now, if you're watching the video version, I'm holding it up compared to like a Switch case, and you can see that it's actually a little bit smaller than like a Switch case too. So these things are actually pretty damn small, but pretty cool. And this version I got to, like I said, it wasn't that expensive, maybe about like $15 or something like that. And yeah, it comes with the cart, manual, and I think all the inserts are in here as well. So I was pretty pleased with that pickup. But yeah, I'm always picking up crap like that. So yeah. And yeah, actually good, James.
Is this one right, Danny?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we had a good time playing this game. Question mark.
Yeah, it's old school Fire Emblem is not great. I'll just leave it at that. But if you guys enjoy it, well then good for you. I'm going to enjoy this physical version just sitting on my shelf or somewhere in this room. But and no, this is not an empty box. But anyways, that is going to do it for my new business. So let's go ahead and move on to James. Even though he just talked through half of my... No, no, it's all good.
Do you want to just talk over me while I'm having my new business?
Sure, what the hell?
Yeah, so yeah, Pac-Man 99, great game. Going to keep playing that. It'd be cool if that was like in my top 5 played games of the year. Like Danny and his Tetris 99, whenever that was that last year or 2 years ago?
That was last year and the year before.
Right.
So
yeah. Chris also says like doesn't understand why there isn't any tutorials for these kind of things. These battle royale games that they keep putting out, then there's no explanation whatsoever. It is weird.
Yeah.
So from Danny's game of the year, whatever year that was, to Ty's game of the year last year. So yeah, like I think I mentioned it some episodes ago. I said I want to play your guys's games of the year this year. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got Ty's game of the year last year, which was Streets of Rage 4. It was on sale. My uncle sent me a nice little message and said, a game on your wish list is on sale. So nice. I jumped to the opportunity. So yeah, I haven't quite finished a one playthrough yet. I've been going through trying to like a different character per stage, so I can try out all the characters, and just unlocked a new character as well. I think I've got 5 characters now. Yeah. But yeah, man, this game is really good. It's like it's very like, I mean, I've played beat 'em up games before, but like, having this kind of like modern take on it is like a certain kind of gloss, like certain kind of like really sharp, kind of like crunchy, like really good feeling, like gameplay-ness to it. It's like, was that English what I just said? But like,
nope,
it is now. But like, yeah, it just like feels really good. Like you can like combos and stuff, like juggling people against the wall and stuff like that. It's like, stuff from like old beat 'em ups that I've played, like NES era kind of stuff. They're obviously, a lot not as the fully featured, the move set, but like this one you've got like regular attacks. We also got like a special which can take off your health. I've played games where that happens before as well. It's like it's a common trope in beat 'em up games, right? Mm-hmm. But then if you beat people up immediately after that, like with regular attacks, then you get the health back. Is that right, Ty?
Right. You lose recoverable life. Yeah. So if you're confident you're not going to get hit, you can like just go bananas and spend all that life and get it all back by hitting guys and not getting hit once.
Nice.
It's like you see it in fighting games too. Sometimes some people call it like gray life, like in Street Fighter 4, something.
Gray, right. Recoverable life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's recoverable life. It's a it's an interesting way to do it, and I like it. Like it adds a lot of nice risk reward gameplay, and like if you feel like you can go ham with it and keep your combo up, and you're pretty sure you're not going to get hit, you can take the risk and get the big reward.
Yeah, and yeah, this game, I mean, it looks really good, sounds really good, and the music's by, is it Yuzo Koshiro? Is that right?
There's a whole mix of people on it. Yeah, Yuzo Koshiro is on it. What's her name is on it? Street Fighter 2 and Kingdom Hearts. What's her name?
Yes.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah,
I know exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. She did a song in there, and as well as like just like some French dudes that worked on it, and they're all bangers.
Yeah, it is weird seeing like this is entirely made by white people, and then just the music is done by Japanese people. It's like Streets of Rage. Something doesn't compute there, but you know, there are some kind of Western takes on Japanese games where I don't like what they've done with the art. Like they've kind of like made it look like a Flash game or something like that, you know, or like a Saturday morning American cartoon. But I don't think this game falls into that trap. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, like, it looks amazing.
Nice, nice style to it. And I mean, I'm playing on Switch. I mean, it runs fine. I don't see any like problems with it. There's no like, you know, slowdown or anything weird like that. So yeah, oh man, I've forgotten the names of all the characters, but like I think the one that I've just started using is the girl with the guitar.
Oh yeah. What's it? Cherry.
Cheryl. Oh, okay. Terry?
Cherry.
Right, yeah.
Right?
I was thinking Cheryl, but yeah. Yeah, Cherry.
Close enough.
Yeah, I think she's my favorite so far. Like she has some really cool combos. I like her kind of flying knee thing that she does.
Yeah, it's really good. She's one of the tricky ones to use, but like I really like how you get up on someone's shoulders and like punch the hell out of them.
Yeah. So yeah, if you walk into someone, obviously you grab them. You know, that's in a lot of beat 'em ups, and then you can either, you know, jump and then you'll flip over them, or you can just you know, knee them in the face a few times. I think you can even use your special as well, like if you grab onto someone, right?
Yeah,
do some cool stuff.
There's a lot of nice little learnable subtleties in this game that you can do. You can also you press the jump button to flip over them, but if you press it mid flip over, you kind of launch off of their shoulders and jump away.
Right. Yeah, I think I've done that by accident.
That's a really good evasive tactic when things are getting a little crowded.
And yeah, you can also jump and do a special as well. So like, you know, some people do like, you know, like a flying kick. The sexy woman in red, she does that kind of cool flying kick thing. Yeah. There's a big dude with like electric attacks and stuff. He's pretty cool, but very, very slow, obviously.
Right.
Oh, Balls is asking, have I used the stun gun to break the arcade machines yet? I have used the stun gun. I don't think I've broken one of the arcade machines.
That's how you get into the secret retro level.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I'll have to try that. Oh yeah, and there's also like you know, kind of like screen clearing moves, like X and A together, like, you know, some kind of special. Everyone's got like some kind of crazy special. Maybe you can use it like once per stage or something like that.
Yeah, it's like based on a
pickups,
I think.
Oh yeah, the star pickups, yeah, and that's a lot of fun as well. Like I mean, I'm not really paying much attention to the story. It's pretty much like, you know, generic. The bad guys have taken over the city. It's time to take it back. That kind of story.
Yeah, that's part of the charm, I think.
Yeah. I do like all different kind of settings. You know, you've got like, you know, grimy places, you know, factories and places on fire and motorbikes and stuff like that. You know. Oh, and the customizable food is a nice little touch. It's the same in what was that game? It was a Game Trials game as well. Dead Cells. Yeah, I think it's Dead Cells. Dead Cells has like you can choose the food. You can have like, you know, meat or vegetarian or French or like something like that, or like bread. Like this has a similar thing. So you can have like, you know, pizza. You know, the classic picking up pizza out the trash. You can also have salad and tofu, like make it completely vegetarian. I thought that was a kind of cute touch.
Yeah.
So unnecessary, but it's just I appreciate
it's fun.
The details.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is. And also, yeah, beating up cops. Obviously, that's a huge part of it. When I saw the cops coming in, I was like, okay, now I get why Ty likes it so much.
Yeah. I mean, that's fun too when you get like these three-way fights between you, the criminals, and the cops. It's really fun.
It's a tough choice, isn't it? Because like they got the bad guys coming for you, but then the cops are going for the bad guys, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just let them beat up on the cops a bit, and then I'll join in, later or something.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not going to jump in there and start hitting up on the punks, am I? And it's like let them do their business.
What you do is you try to keep it an even fight, so they wear each other down.
Yeah, exactly. Adam. Yeah, Adam's the guy that I just unlocked. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he unlocks after you do that. He's Cherry's dad, Deep Lore.
Right. Is he like Bruce? He's like a Bruce Lee type character. I guess. His moves like very, Liu Kang or Bruce Lee or that thing.
A little bit.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like there's like none of the moves are particularly hard, but it's like doing it under the pressure of like people crowding you and stuff, like, and figuring out like ways to combo people. It's a lot of fun. I really like it.
I bet there are some moves you haven't figured out yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm doing things by accident. I'm like, oh shit, I need to learn how to do that on purpose because that was cool.
Yeah, like you want to try to gradually learn how to optimize your big combos. Like you do your string, and then you like do your special move at the end of the string. Like I think it's just like forward attack. We'll do a special move.
Yeah, I like that one. Forward attack.
And like some of them will like pop guys off the ground and stuff.
Nice. Yeah.
Here's a subtle thing that I think maybe you don't know yet. If you jump and you hold down an attack, you'll do like a downward strike that doesn't knock down.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to like jump into somebody and do a combo instead of just like kicking them down, you should use that.
Oh, okay. Down attack. Okay, got it. Yeah. I know there's like a backwards attack where you can kind of like do like a sweep and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of moves. Yep, it's awesome. So yeah, nice recommend, Ty. Looking forward to going through more and unlocking more characters and finding secret retro levels, which I didn't know exist. That sounds cool.
Yep. All you have to do is taser any arcade machine in the game, and that's how you get your retro level.
Yeah, I was in this like little kind of cubby, and I was like, "Why is this cubby here?" It's like, okay,
the one in the PlayStation.
There was an arcade machine there, so yeah, I think I'd probably just walk straight past it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, next up, I'll be getting some Hades action.
Hey,
Danny's Danny's game of the year from last year.
Yeah, there's a bit of that news. So
cool. And then just briefly, the game trials started yesterday.
Monday.
Maybe was it Monday? Okay, it was like Monday night, and I didn't notice the notification pop thing. But yeah, I played a bit of that yesterday. It's is it a first party game or like Nintendo publishes it?
It's a Nintendo published game. I'm not sure if it's actually internally developed. I think so.
They probably just whatever gave it a once over. But it does have some other developer's names at the beginning. I forget, but yeah, it has if Nintendo takes over one of these kind of indie projects, it's going to be slick and well produced. It's not going to be glitchy or shitty, right?
Usually.
So it's basically like, I don't know, job simulator, but like like a little cute isometric perspective game, and you just have to you're working for your dad's company, and he just puts you is like, okay, just do some work. It's all like done by these non-verbal cutscenes at the beginning, which is cute, pretty cleverly. Don't need localization. Very nice. And it's the one level that I played so far, it was like, okay, there's a meeting, but no one's coming to the meeting. Make sure everyone comes to the meeting room. So you have to kind of go around finding all of these workers in all these little offices, in these cute little isometric offices, and you just have to like fling them into the meeting room by like making these kind of like slingshots out of various things, like plugs and plug wires, and like pull them back, and they're on these like little office chairs, and you just like fling them into the meeting room. And once you've got 6 guys in the meeting room, then the meeting starts. You complete the level. It's kind of little funny things like that. So yeah, it's fun. I think it's going to be a fun game to play with my son. Actually, it's pretty hilarious. Doesn't take itself very seriously.
Good.
So yeah, it should be a fun little game to play over a week. It sounds about right.
Yeah,
I'm actually very well made.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty interested in this one. I just haven't had time to do it, to play it, or even download it. But yeah,
I think it's got an exclamation mark, right?
What's
Good
that?
job! Exclamation mark! Exclamation point!
Exclamation point! Yeah, anytime like there's a Nintendo published type of game that's on these game trials, I'm usually interested. Usually, there haven't been too many. Like, at least in the West, there was that Mario Tennis. Like, I wasn't really interested in that because I had all the goofy shit in the game. But yeah, this seems like it's just, like you said, it's kind of like a game that doesn't take itself too seriously, first party, type of thing. So yeah, maybe I'll give it a go before the week.
I think it's 2-player as well, like 2-player co-op. You might be able to play with the missus. Do some.
Hey, honey, you want to play? No, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's classified as a puzzle game, I guess, but yeah, it doesn't really present itself as one, but it is basically. Yeah.
Okay.
All right then, that's all from me.
Alrighty. Ty, how about you go ahead and close this out, dude?
Oh boy. So it was recently brought to my attention that Beatmania IIDX25, a very expensive arcade game, actually runs natively on Windows. So I decided to, with a little hacking tool, I played a legal backup of the arcade board I own on my PC.
Nice. Okay.
Wink.
Right.
Completely legal.
Yep.
Right.
Well, it's not like Konami is going to sell it to anyone.
Right.
So yeah, it's fun. It works. I was playing Beatmania on my arcade stick. It's actually very uncomfortable.
I've never played a Beatmania game in my life.
Oh man, you should try. It's a rush.
Is that the weird game that people are like this pounding on the machines like rapidly, like this, like faster than the speed of light type of a deal?
Yeah, you might be thinking of Poppin' Music, which is kind of the same idea, but that has like the huge round buttons where people are going like crazy on them.
Yeah.
Like Beatmania has like 7 keys. They almost look like piano keys.
Okay.
And the turntable.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. And I mean, it's pretty fucking popular. This is the 25th one in just the deluxe line. There were like a dozen games before that.
Yeah. When I was looking up, for the video viewers, I have a picture. Ty, is this is the game?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure, because I was like trying to look it up. I was like, well, first of all, when you put it in the agenda, I was thinking, what in the fucking shit is this?
Yes, then, Beatmania IIDX25 Cannonballers.
Okay, and Jesus I thought it was God, there it is.
That's the most Japanese title ever.
Yeah, it was Beatmania 2 Deluxe.
Okay.
The original Beatmania is 5 keys. This is 7.
Wow.
Duh.
Well, in my defense, it was just listed as 2DX25 in the agenda, so like that could have meant anything.
Okay.
I figured it out.
All right. If you'd like, you could put up a YouTube clip, somebody going ham on this game. I'm sure you'll be very impressed, because it's one of those fucking music games.
Sure.
No, it's actually the music game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like the music game that all other music games are derived from.
Sure.
And it's fun to play at home. I might have to revitalize my project of making a homebrew music controller.
Well, I mean, if you can make an arcade stick out of like cardboard and wire and stuff, I think you'd be able to do that.
Yeah, I can. I have the parts already, except 2DX, the keys are like these big rectangle things.
Uh-huh.
Right. So the thing with those is they're big enough where you can drum on them with 2 fingers to hit them rapidly. And that's kind of a key thing. Because sometimes you just have to machine gun like a single input. But you also have to be able to kind of roll your hand over like all 7 and just do like all the fucking scales and stuff. And you have to spin a fucking disc at the same time.
Of course, one does.
So like I was trying it with my arcade stick, right? So I just laid out 7 buttons to be the main inputs, and I set the stick like up and down to be the disc, and it works, but it's so much fucking harder. Because all right, so in 2DX, you might have to drum out like 2,000 fucking notes in 2 minutes.
Jeez.
And to spin the disc while you're using both your hands on the keys, like just going like blah, blah, blah. Like you might be keeping a rhythm with one and doing notes with the other. And then you have to hit the disc. So what people do is they just use their pinky to barely touch it, like while they're drumming the other stuff.
Okay.
And you can't really do that on an arcade stick without like hurting your arm severely.
Yeah. I can. Yeah. Well, I mean,
you can do it, but it's so fucking hard.
Well, I can type.
If it wasn't hard to begin with.
Well, I can type 36 words a minute, so I could probably do this.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can do it. You just, you start with the easy songs and you work your way up.
Sure.
But yeah, this game has a fucking learning curve. But like, if you ever want to feel really good about doing something hard, I would recommend 2DX.
I played Cuphead and I beat it, and I felt pretty good about myself after that.
All right. Yeah, 2DX might be the game for you.
Oh boy.
I don't think they've released a home one since PS2.
Okay.
In fact, I think that they were like some of the last PS2 games coming out, like maybe like 19 or something.
Okay.
And they're up to 25 in the arcades, and I don't know if they're ever going to work out another home solution or not.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of companies are kind of shying away from trying to do some kind of weird, expensive controllers. It's just not viable these days, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can play it with a dual shock, and some people do. Like, there's like a 2DX knockoff that was on Vita and PSP that was really popular. DJ Max.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, if you've ever seen that, it's just 2DX. It's just a 2DX, like straight up.
Okay, interesting.
Ty, is it true that a lot of those like Japanese music games, a lot of them don't make it to Xbox? Obviously, because Xbox is not a thing here. So is that like a huge kind of gaping hole from the Xbox library? Is like all these Japanese music games? Is like there's none on Xbox at all?
Well, there's like no. Yeah, there's not a lot. Like I played there. I have the Idolmaster game that plays like Taiko no Tatsujin. Like yeah, and they released a pop-in music on Xbox Live Arcade, and it was like a really terrible half-assed effort. And I think they said, well, this didn't sell, so we're not going to do this again.
Oh man, I fucking hate that stuff.
It's the classic Japanese self-defeating developer.
Yeah, or I'd say like this was even a thing like in the GameCube days. Like,
yeah, okay, I know.
Let's port this fucking game to GameCube 6 months later and do a half-ass job, and it's
nobody
6 months later, and nobody fucking plays it or buys it. Like, well, see, GameCube's not fucking viable. It's like, are you fucking serious?
Right?
EA still do that now, Danny. They still do that now on Switch.
So many game companies do it, and it's so dumb.
It makes me so mad.
Yep.
Go to hell, EA.
Why did they pay us $20 for this ROM? Well, I guess we're not making a sequel.
That's right. Fuck off. Jeez.
Yeah, so Konami is extremely guilty of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about the security on this game. So being a modern arcade game, it actually signs into a network and verifies that it's a real arcade game that's been registered.
Oh.
So like the older ones, you can just emulate them straight up.
Right.
But the newer ones, so what these nerds did is they emulated a server. Right? Nice. Pirates can never be stopped. They will never stop. I have a screenshot of a quote from the founder of 2M, the big, company, saying that game piracy will be done in 2 years, and he said that in 2016.
Done.
So
Game over, Ty.
yes, yeah. all these games I pirated, they've been a fever dream.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many viable options to get old licensed games, on current platforms. So I don't see the issue here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it was like the bloody nuclear arms race back in the 90s with the security protection on those like old LucasArts games and those old point and click games that I used to play. Like the method that you would have to do to start playing the game is like look at page 4 of the book and like the third word, and then it roll on a few years later, you were getting these fucking devices that you had to twist and like look through.
I posted a Twitter thread about this like a year ago. Somebody posted a tweet like, what's something from your generation that younger kids would not understand? And that's exactly what I posted. Looking on page 98, third line down, fourth word in the manual to play the game.
Wow, I did not know. I did not know that they had. I mean, I didn't play too many PC games, but I did not know they had actually like doodads to like.
Oh yeah, let me tell you about Code Wheels.
Oh yeah, actually, the game that Matt Walker talked about when he came on a couple of shows back, that Indiana Jones game had a really beautiful one. It actually looked like like a movie prop kind of thing, like a. It looked like a stone tablet that you kind of twisted and stuff like that, and you had to kind of line up the hieroglyphics and stuff like that. It was really cool.
Yeah, I posted one like that. There was a game called Mars Saga, and it had all these weird symbols on it, and it actually looks really cool.
But all we did was just like write down all the hieroglyphics on a piece of paper and photocopied it. So like you can't really stop it.
Yeah, actually, what me and my dad did in the 1980s when we were pirating games, as we do. We just take apart the code wheel, photocopy it, and then like just put a thumbtack through it, and you have a new code wheel.
Yep, pretty much.
But still, shout outs to the game designers for making like really cool thematic ones.
Yeah.
Those are cool, like collectibles. Well, especially these days, right? But like even at the time, I would imagine be like, hey, this is kind of cool. I can get behind something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun thing to play with. Is this a good time to bring up that fucking piece of paper that came with Star Tropics that you had to like fucking put it in the sink or whatever?
Whoa, what?
Does this sound familiar?
No, not for me.
You're getting them mixed up with Scratch and Sniff on Earthbound?
No, I'm pretty sure Star Tropics had like a weird piece of parchment like paper or something, and you're supposed to like hold it up to light or get it wet or something, and it would give you a secret message so you could put it in the fucking game.
I would never have gotten it wet, even as a kid.
I thought it was just in the manual.
I don't think so.
Put your manual in the sink, guys.
Well, I'll look it up after the show.
Okay.
Or maybe I won't even wait that long. Anyway, pirate video games, play Beatmania, build homebrew controllers, do cocaine.
Famicast.com.
There it is.
Approved.
There it is. All right. Well, is that all you got, Ty?
Yeah, I mean, I've just been grinding Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
I finished the pass.
All right. Cool. Well, that is going to do it for the old new business. So let's go ahead and move on to a little bit of now playing at the Famicast.com. So now playing at the Famicast.com, believe it or not, like I mentioned on the last episode, we have a complete reboot of the website. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff going up on the website every day. So you guys should check it out. But we're going to talk about some of the bigger things that we've been doing just outside of the website as well. Some of the stuff that we've been doing on YouTube, stuff that's coming up. And James, would you mind kicking things off?
Yes. I mean, no. I mean, what? So, yeah, I've got some stuff on the YouTube channel, if that's what you want me to talk about. I got some little footage of Streets of Rage 4. That was fun. I'm going to put some Pac-Man 99. I didn't capture my number 3, unfortunately. I was just playing. So the best I could do while capturing, I think it was maybe 7th. So if you want to see a good strategy for at least getting in the top 10, watch that video. I do all right in the video, you know. But yeah, check that out as well. But the big thing for our patrons is that we actually this show, episode 196, is the last episode of season 4 of our Patreon. We start a new season like every May. So yeah, season 4 is coming to a close, and the last Patreon exclusive thing we're going to do this season, the end of season 4, is a game night. So we are doing a game night this Saturday, the 24th. So yeah, patrons are going to join us. We're going to play. Unfortunately, we can't play Pac-Man 99 because you actually have to pay for the private matches, I think it was, and I don't expect everyone to do that. So probably we can't play that. But we've got some good stuff lined up. Probably even going to bring out the old Dead by Daylight again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what else we're playing. Dead by Daylight, probably Rocket League.
Try some, maybe
Apex.
Apex, yeah. Among Us.
Apex.
We're gonna try that.
Among Us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
Apex is new this game, isn't it? Because it wasn't out last time, I think. Yeah,
No,
so that's a cool crossover, cross-play game that everyone can play, no matter what console they have or PC.
Exactly.
So yeah, there it is. Man, season 4 coming to a close. It feels like only yesterday we started it. There it is.
Right.
Looking forward to season 5. We'll talk about season 5 next episode in beginning of May. Yep.
Sure. And yeah, like I said, lots of stuff going up on the website. I'm posting a lot of news stories up there. A couple of different things as well. Like last week, I posted a translation of like this Buddy Mission Bond comic. You won't be able to find it anywhere else, probably because nobody cares except me. So if you want to see kind of like basically the very start of the game, like in like a manga type of form, definitely check it out. Yeah, I have some videos that went up here recently as well. Yeah, Jim's actually kind of showing the website right now too. Yeah, still, like I said about the website last time, it is still a little bit of a work in progress. There's some stuff, weird stuff with mobile that I'm trying to work on when I have time. I just haven't had a lot of time to sink into stuff like that. But yeah, I hope that, you know, you guys out there are checking out the website or at least enjoying it or something like that, seeing something interesting there. But yeah, on YouTube this week, I put up like a new baseball video, as you could imagine, you know, basically pretty par for the course there. But I also put up, well, the patrons already have access to it, but I did, I took a look at this Japan only Lord of the Rings PS2 collector's edition. So yeah, that it was fun. It's interesting because I talk about the differences between the GameCube and the PS2 versions, and yeah, it's kind of like my appendices version of everything I did with Lord of the Rings 2 Towers and the GameCube before. So anyways, check it out. It's cool. It's interesting. It's fun. It's hip. No, it's actually peak fucking.
Let me guess. The video quality on the GameCube version is way worse.
It's not good. I have comparisons showing off like that type of stuff, audio quality,
nice.
All sorts of other weird stuff. It was super interesting. I had a lot of fun putting that together. It's kind of been sitting on the video for a while until there's a little bit of a slow time, and that just happens to be this week. But yeah. Anyways, rambling on too much here. All this and more. Where can we find it?
Famicast.com.2.0.
That's right.
Don't type the 2.0.
Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. James, what time is it?
News.
That is
Obviously.
Absolutely right, folks. It's time for the JAPANews, time of the show where we take a look at the latest and greatest comings and goings of Nintendo in Japan and let you guys know what's going on. So to kick things off today, I thought we'd take a look at the Indie World Showcase, presentation, whatever you want to call it, that just happened last week on the 14th in the West and then the 15th in Japan. Now, I wanted to kind of preface this by just saying that Japan has gotten a lot better about covering indie stuff, especially like Nintendo, like NCL. They've gotten a lot better about highlighting stuff. They have their like special Twitter channel that highlights, you know, a lot of like games that come over from the West that are localized into Japanese and stuff like that. and they try to do work with that. Obviously,
right.
you know, like localization and like all that stuff. It's really difficult for companies to be on par worldwide, especially when it comes to like a language like Japanese, and also probably maybe just other things to do with that, getting it in Japanese as well. It's not as ridiculous as what it was back in the day, where companies had to have like a physical office in Japan and like, all this type of yeah. But I mean,
there are things like, you know, like Hades, where like the whole world is talking about it, and then Japan's like, what? Right?
And
there are
you know,
weird things like that.
Yeah, just to kick things off with that, because actually, good that you brought that up, James, because during the Japanese version of the indie world, Hades was revealed to finally get a release date for Japan. Like, you know, last year kind of screwed up a lot of release dates for a lot of different games and companies and stuff like that. And I think Hades was kind of like, for Japan though, I think that was kind of one of those games. It was supposed to come out last year in December, or it's basically in the winter or something like that, but obviously that didn't happen. But anyways, yeah, that's coming out on June 24th. So, James, you can actually buy it in yen at that point. It's comparable price too, pretty much the same.
Are they they're not like language locking it, I hope.
I haven't. Like, I don't think they have a product page up yet. Hard to say.
You would think not, right?
I think it's Supergiant Games is actually publishing it, as far as I could tell. They're not going with like a Japanese publisher for it. So if that's the case, I'd imagine that it's just going to be the same. They're just adding it onto the Japanese shop.
Yep.
So, cool. But I wanted to talk a little bit about some of this Japanese stuff. And, you know, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to find out more about Japanese related stuff, definitely be checking out the Famicast.com. I'm not trying to like super plug stuff, but like I put up a lot of like really Japanese news. You know, that's
wait, is it not called that, Danny? Is it not called that on the website? We don't have a Japanese segment on the website.
Maybe I should change it to that. But yeah, maybe some people might find it offensive. I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. But I put up a whole roundup of basically talking about the differences between what's going on in the Japanese version of this compared to just what's going on in the Japanese version. And, you know, honestly, probably 75% of the games that were shown were A, already released in the West, B, already released in the West and already released in Japan. And then there were a few that were Japan only, or that hadn't been showed off at like specific like Western focused events. But yeah, and one game that I wanted to talk about that I thought was pretty interesting, because right now it looks like it's Japanese only and it's coming out in May. I'm gonna, for the for the video guys, I'm gonna put up a video here.
World exclusive.
Yeah, hold on just a second.
No one's talking about this on the podcasts.
I don't think they are. I can guarantee it.
Because it's lame. I mean, because it's great.
Could be. Right.
Are you talking about Torakichi?
Yeah. So, and basically what the deal is with this game, you're this group of little cats, these little tiger cat, the cats that kind of look like tigers, right? And you're running this little sushi truck. And yeah, you're basically trying to get the sushi to your customers. And in this case, at least early on, there's only like maybe a couple of customers and they just want, you know, maybe one or two pieces of sushi or something like that. So it's simple. You just have to match up the colors with like these little thought bubbles that the animals have, and that's it. There's another animal that's in the center that can transfer plates to the right conveyor belt so they can get to the right animals. So pretty simple at first, but it gets more and more complicated the further you get into the game. Multiple, you know, some people want like, okay, I want 3 pieces of sushi, but there's only 2 or something like that, or they have to change the colors or something like that. Okay. So it's, you know, it's a cute little puzzle game. And
Danny, just to, and people are watching the video version, the guys in the bottom left, those kind of like pixel art guys, who are those people?
So, and basically these are like the quote unquote faces of the indie world in Japan. I forgot their names. I think one's is called Boku and the other's like Shun. No, I don't think it's Shunscape. So it's something totally normal.
Soejima, is it?
What's that?
I thought it was like Soejima or something.
Oh, that's it. Soejima. And yeah, so basically during the whole process of like this whole indie direct and stuff like that, these guys are kind of like giving their own commentary with what's going on here and stuff. So it's kind of interesting that they're talking about it like it's kind of like what they do in the West, but you actually see these little representations of them on the screen and stuff.
Looks adorable.
Yeah, it looks cute. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I went, I visited the website of the developer, and they didn't say anything about English. So yeah, but yeah, I thought this looked pretty cool, and I just wanted to share that with you guys, just in case you might have missed out.
They'll probably just be called Sushi Cats or something like that, and they'll come out like a year later. Right. No one will buy it.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, so I mean, for all of the stuff that was talked about in the West, which we're going to get to just here in a bit. Like there was some crossover here. I think like Chris Tales was talked about in the Japanese one, and a couple of other games. The Konami game that's coming out from the series that I didn't know anything about. The what the heck? Oh my god, Getsufuma-den Undying Moon.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, so like I didn't know anything about that game, and but hey, that's cool that it's getting a new thing. That was actually shown up in the Japanese one too.
Yeah. Let me tell you about Getsufuma-den.
Sure.
Old Konami game. Amazing art. Like it's an 8-bit game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you played Castlevania HD, you could play Getsufuma-den level as DLC.
Okay.
Actually, I think maybe they snuck in one of the songs from it into Smash Brothers when they added all the Castlevania stuff.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I could
maybe. Yeah. So yeah, the art style, as you can see, is kind of a big deal.
Holy shit!
Yeah. This new one looks actually really cool.
Is it like Sumiye, Japanese Sumiye style art? I guess in the background there.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it kind of is, isn't it?
And I imagine they're going for something also kind of Castlevania flavored with this.
Is this coming out on everything?
I think so, maybe.
At least Switch and PC, I think. But yeah, it's coming out on a lot of things. It's coming out for Switch, and I think that's the most important thing for.
Is this the English trailer? Oh, it is. It's got English there. There's lots of kanji, like Japanese writing everywhere.
Yeah, when I first saw the Japanese trailer, I was like, "Oh, are they going to take that out?" And then I watched the English one, which is what's up right now, and no, they did not.
No.
All the Japanese there. Cool.
Yeah. If you scroll my timeline on Twitter, like one of my recent tweets, I recently retweeted like a direct and CRT comparison of some of the sprite work in this game, and it's kind of amazing. You might want to check that out. I mean, not this game, but the original 8-bit one.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to be like a hardcore video game weirdo, you should check out the 8-bit version of this game.
Yeah. It did get me interested to think about like trying to find a boxed like Famicom version or something like that, or whatever. But that's about as far as I got thinking about it.
So the original is also called Getsufuma-den.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's Konami, and sometimes they do things that are good.
Sometimes they do things.
Oh shit, Konami, right? Yeah. So this is definitely a video game. It's not a pachinko machine, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
That's right.
It's a sports center, James.
Yeah.
I just love it if that screen is just zoomed out and it was at a pachinko parlor, and it wasn't.
It definitely could be. That's for sure.
Oh man,
they'll probably reuse the assets later.
So I know for me, after just kind of checking out the Western indie world and stuff like that too, I don't want to spend like a whole lot more time on this stuff. But I know for me, there were only 2 other games really that I thought were cool. That being the Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge, and also the House of the Dead remake. You guys have any interest in those?
Yeah, Ninja Turtles is made by the Streets of Rage guys.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Exactly.
nice.
I'm going to throw up some footage of that.
It did look
here.
very nice, actually. Very smooth.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But keeping the 90s... Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Keeping the 90s Turtles look.
Yeah.
There's still
Yeah.
sprites. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks super good. Yeah, so smooth. And they said it's heavily inspired by Turtles in Time, which I didn't play too much Turtles in Time. I played more of 2 and 3 on the NES. But I mean, you know, there are similarities with like all of those games. You know, even like, you know, some of the special moves that some of the characters are doing, like Raphael was just doing like a spinny type of a thing. That's something that he also does in Turtles 3. I think some of those special moves carried over from 3 to Turtles in Time.
Yeah, like this to me looks like a mix of the first arcade game and Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want me to fuck up your entire life?
Do it.
Okay. Remember Turtles in Time? Like there was a level with the future was Neon Knight Riders.
Okay.
That was the name of the level, and you rode like these hovered discs on this neon highway towards this cool futuristic looking city. And by that was supposed to be set in the year 2020.
Oh God.
Nice.
What happened?
Yeah, we didn't get there, guys. Damn pandemic. If that wouldn't happen, it would have went just like that. So
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and there was like a virus or something like that.
No, that was Akira.
Right.
Yeah. Neo Tokyo gone. Yeah, James Allen, man, I'm so hyped for this. Although in the UK, the cartoon was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Yeah, I think the Japanese one was also maybe called something of those same lines too.
Really?
Like
maybe. I know there are some fans out here in Japan.
Yeah, probably not as much as
it was West. It was the nunchucks, wasn't it? Nunchucks and other. I think it was nunchucks basically. They were kind of banned because there was a Bruce Lee movie that was also banned because they had nunchucks in.
Really?
Yep.
In the UK, at least, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, and they started changing the American cartoons to suit the UK standards, and I'll never forgive you.
Wow.
It's okay. We've been fucked over every single year since then. After that, with video games.
Yeah. Now, Chris actually brings up an interesting thing. Wasn't Ninja considered a slur or something? I don't think so.
No, it's just like pearl clutching parents. Oh, ninjas are violent. We can't have our children exposed to that. Am I right, James?
Yeah, I think it was just ninja. The connotation was, swords, violence, death, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not the case now, but in the 80s, 90s, possibly.
And if Chris was talking about asking about Japan, I just don't think ninja just had this connotation of being cool too. For kids.
I don't think that would be
Japan,
a problem in Japan.
No, they just didn't. They're like, hey, whatever.
Maybe like swords, like things like that, which are considered deadly weapons here in Japan. Maybe something like that.
But at the same time, any cartoon and a lot of video games too, you're just spanking people with swords until they disappear or faint.
Ninja Turtles, in case they explode.
Yeah, there's that too.
Because the foot soldiers are robots.
So the House of the Dead remake thing. I mean, they did make House of the Dead Overkill on Wii, and then later on PS3, right? With the what was it called? Was it the Move? Was the Move PS3? Am I making that up?
Yeah, that was PS3. The dildo wand.
Yeah,
that was on PS3 and PS4. Wow. Yeah, the Wii was obviously just the Wii Zapper or just the Wii remote, I guess.
Yeah, and they like you said, James, they had Overkill. They also did have, was it just 1, 2, and 3 or 2 and 3 or something? They had another pack as well, not just Overkill.
Really?
They had a couple.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Overkill was like a whole remake of the first one, but as a Grindhouse movie.
It was just kind of making fun of how serious the games have always been.
Right. But this one is an authentic remake, frame for frame remake, but just with newer graphics, right?
Yeah, that's what they're going for here.
I've seen some little differences here in the gameplay, but yeah, okay.
More or less, yeah, exactly. They're going for that.
House of the Dead remake. There it is.
Yeah.
How many times can you remake that game with different accessories?
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. I played a lot of House of the Dead 2 on the Dreamcast back in the day. It's one of the first games I had for the systems. Played the hell out of that thing.
Okay, are they going to remake Typing of the Dead though? That's the question.
Right. And hey, Typing of the Dead is actually based on House of the Dead 2 as well.
Yeah, it was basically a mod for House of the Dead 2.
Right. The first time I played Typing of the Dead, I was like, holy shit, this is 2. Yeah.
Playing it in Japanese is a trip. Because you're spelling out Romaji.
That's
how I did it too. And I still want to get it.
They used to have it at an arcade over in
well, they had it in that
Ikebukuro. Yeah. There's this
one I told you about, yeah.
Right on. There was this great arcade I would go to in Ikebukuro sometimes, and they did locations and tests and stuff there. I was there for the location test of Rhythm Heaven arcade version when that came out like 10 years ago. Wow. That was great.
I remember that. Yeah, I played that as well.
Yeah.
It's like a giant Game Boy Advance, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's all it was. A giant ass fuck Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Big old buttons.
And Danny, one of my quote-unquote favorite things about the Japanese version of Typing of the Dead is that it's the horrible Romaji that we hate. Like Chiba is like Tiba, that kind of thing.
Oh, fuck.
It's the worst.
It will fuck up your brain.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, Russ Greener brings up a good question about House of the Dead 2, and I think I've been kind of wondering the same thing. Did anyone find out how this Sega property is indie yet? Like,
right.
Yeah, it just... who the hell knows? I don't know.
Is done by a third party.
Yeah, but Sega's
it's just like Streets of Rage. They just farm it out.
But like Sega has nothing to do with this, whereas in the past they were like publishing and stuff.
Oh, they're not even publishing it.
No,
probably just licensing it. I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think there was
just
any...
license the name for like $50. Here you go.
They're not doing anything.
It will have the word Sega somewhere in that game at one point. The title,
maybe, but like looking at the trailer and stuff, I mean, there is absolutely nothing. It's Forever Entertainment that's doing it, and yeah, yeah, right. Let's just leave it at that. All right. Well, let's move on. And Ty, this one is right up your alley. You love it.
Okay. I love Zelda Skyward Sword.
Yes.
Oh, it's a special pre-order bonus at Gayo locations across Japan. Not Geo. It's Gayo.
Gay.
Yes. Oh, I love Gayo. It's so Gayo. Anyway, the thing is an acrylic stand. Beloved thing in Japan. Hold up your Mario acrylic stands.
Danny. I have a Zelda one on the other side of the room.
Okay, whatever. Pre-orders are open for it right now up until release day. It will be available as a set with a physical version and retails for the bargain price of 6,570 yen.
Yeah.
The digital version is 8 yen more.
What?
Yeah. Like at some physical shops, they sell stuff at a discount so that people will come into the stores and buy things. And I think this game on its own physical is like about 1,000 yen cheaper, about $10 cheaper, about 5,700 or something like that. But and I think this is kind of cool. And Russ was kind of giving me shit on Twitter yesterday about this or something. Maybe it was Russ or James, or I don't remember.
Probably both.
And that's totally fine. But I'm interested in picking this up. There's a Gayo pretty near where I live, so I'll probably take a look.
Actually, related to this, Danny, my left Joy-Con got broken by my son. He dropped my Switch, and the left Joy-Con kind of like popped out, like the slider bit kind of popped out. So that fucked. And ironically, that was the one that was working. That was the one I sent in. That was the one I sent in for repair, a couple of years ago. Because my right one was starting to be a little bit weird. Because if you undock the right one, the SL is called SL and SR buttons, the little trigger buttons, stop working. So now I have neither working. Well, the right one kind of works, but left one is completely fucked. So my point was I might just buy the Skyward Sword ones because they look cool. Because I need a replacement set anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah, I remember when they first went on sale. I thought about pre-ordering them on the My Nintendo Store Japan. 3 days later, they were just gone.
I'm not getting the game. I'm not getting the game, by the way.
Yeah.
No way. just the Joy-Cons.
I'm gonna get the game because I didn't play it on the Wii, and I don't want to play it on the Wii now. So.
Oh shit! Yeah, a Wii. That's a Wii game. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not even Wii U.
Nope.
First time in HD.
Right. Well,
Danny,
last little bit of actually, there's 2 little bits. The last one Ty's gonna take, but before that, I thought we'd mention briefly. You guys probably saw this all over Twitter and like all that type of stuff here, but a new entry into the Lego Mario franchise is coming this summer, and that is Lego Luigi and like a Lego Luigi set. It's coming out at the beginning of August in the West, but again, kind of like last year with the Lego Mario stuff, it's coming out in Japan early. It's coming out on July 11th. Last year, pretty much the same type of deal. It came out, or July 10th, I think, in Japan for Luigi. But for Mario and stuff last year, it came out like on the 10th or something weird like that, and the West had to wait. So that's neat. I thought about like picking this up. I'm always thinking about things like, that might make a cool or interesting video, or that might be something interesting to talk about on the show. That's like, I swear to God, with like all my purchases, that's how it goes. Like, this barbecued pork, this might be something fun to talk about on the podcast. No, but
why not?
At any rate, whatever. It's kind of cool. It comes with like a Yoshi. There's a boom boom, blah blah blah. So, yeah. Anyway,
cool story.
Right. And Ty, how about the last
baby.
one, bud?
At last, Dead by Daylight Japanese news.
All right.
So you may have seen during the Resident Evil Showcase stream where they showed like all the new stuff for Village and VR and I guess the new Netflix series or whatever the hell it was. They announced that they're going to do a crossover chapter with Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
Now, so that means they haven't given any details yet, but that basically means there's going to be probably characters and a level set in Dead by Daylight. You can buy them up and play them in the game.
All right.
Nice.
So yeah, and there's a whole timeline and stuff too. So they're going to reveal it, and you'll be able to play it on the public beta test server they have on May 25th.
Okay.
So like they'll show it for the first time, and then you'll be able to play it immediately, as long as you own the game and you just hopped in the beta test. So I think you have to have the Steam version of that actually.
Okay.
And then
Ty, I don't know if you saw a picture I tweeted out, but I took a picture of Silent Hill. Well, it was a physical Switch game, but it said Silent Hill Dead by Daylight. It was like Silent Hill was bigger, Dead by Daylight was tiny. So it looked, at a glance, it looked like a new Silent Hill game.
Yeah, and I can tell when I play online, a lot of people fucking have that. There's like a one little cosmetic that you can only get by buying that version. And if you see it, they're like a scrub, and they're playing Pyramid Head, even if you haven't seen them yet. So I'm pretty certain Biohazard is going to get the same treatment. It's going to have like fucking Nemesis on the box or whoever they're going to put in.
Yeah. Leon.
Yeah. They haven't said which character or characters. It could be a whole bunch. Like remember the Stranger Things?
Yeah.
It didn't have one survivor. It had 2.
Yeah.
So like there could be 2 survivors or more. There could be 2 killers. Who knows?
Yeah.
There's so many choices.
No kidding.
Mr. X and someone else. Nemesis.
Yeah, it's going to come out June 15th. Yeah, so a lot of people are who are digging for hints and like trying to read between the lines for like the little references and everything like the Dead by Daylight guys say. Which they do. They drop little hints from time to time. So people got to speculating. Actually, the place is gonna be Rockford Island, and a survivor will be Claire. Yeah, so Rockford Island is that was the one you play in Code Veronica.
Okay.
The one Resident Evil game I haven't played.
Yeah, that might be interesting for you. But you know, it could be anything else just as easily. Like, you know, my first choice, you know, you'd think it would be like RPD or the original Arclay Mansion, or even just like a Raccoon City locale. Who knows? Who fucking knows? Nobody
Wesker's
knows.
living room.
Yeah, right. It could be like a fucking Resident Evil Gaiden.
Yeah. Game Boy Color?
The Game Boy Color game.
One can hope.
So who knows? It could be the Ganados village. That would be kick ass, actually.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Talking of Resident Evil Village, like they released a demo for that, like a timed demo. Really weird. Yeah, like they had to be online at a certain time. And that level looked very much like the Resident Evil 4 village. It was kind of maybe they were just trying to do like a 1-for-1 remake, but like in a European village instead of whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the way they made that for Resident Evil 4 as like a demo as part of the whole game, that was actually a really brilliant way to do it.
Yeah, people are complaining about this Resident Evil 8 thing because, you know, like I said, it was timed, and you know that's pretty lame.
Well,
yeah. So
Nintendo fans were used to that type of bullshit, huh?
Yeah. So look forward to Biohazard featuring Dead by Daylight. I guess they're going to market it in Japan. We'll see.
Yeah.
Biohazard.
Do you want to place any bets on who the killer is going to be?
Yeah, probably just something.
Mr. X, Nemesis.
Something everybody knows these days, I think.
Yeah, like I was thinking number one Nemesis, I would say Nemesis, but I don't know. It might be what's her face from.
Oh, the tall chick.
Code Veronica. No.
Oh,
if it's Rockford Island, it might be Alexia. Am I the only one here who's played through Code Veronica?
Yes,
I think so.
Damn, you guys should play it. It's a good game.
I own it. I just haven't.
Get on it.
Is it only on GameCube? And if we're talking like Nintendo systems, has it only ever been on GameCube?
Yes.
That's the only Nintendo system to play it on?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Play it on Xbox. Play it on Dreamcast, you cowards.
Yeah, I have it on Dreamcast.
Do it.
It could be Jack from Resident Evil 7.
It could. Who knows?
He's pretty much like a fucking psycho killer. Fits in with that aesthetic.
Yeah. And I bet they're gonna do this. Actually, I bet they're gonna do the same thing where like Silent Hill, there's only one survivor, Cheryl. In terms of gameplay mechanics, but like you can play as like a whole bunch of different Silent Hill characters. They're just like a reskin or remodel.
Oh, Ty, I'll throw it back to you. Have you played Resident Evil 7?
No, I have it right here though. Looking around to it, I kind of want to play through the Revelations and 6 first. So I'm behind on the series. I don't know.
Revelations, 1 and 2, yeah, go for it.
People shit on 6. It still looks like it could be fun. I mean, I liked 4. I liked 5.
It seems like it might be one of those weird games that like initially seem really bad, but end up never being appreciated fully in their own time. That said, I did play the beginning and I didn't like it, but I'm gonna give it another go.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, there are a lot of games like that. Like Final Fantasy VIII comes to mind.
Yeah, I
like
can never
most
get past
people,
the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, most people don't like it, but there's like a handful of people who think it's the best one.
Yeah,
and I think Resident Evil 6 might have the same kind of thing going on.
I think it's Lemonade, one of our patrons. I think he really likes Resident Evil 6.
Right?
That's who was saying that.
Yeah.
Right. That's why, like, I'm trying not to write it off completely because I think before he said that, I'd kind of just written it off. But then I was thinking, like, okay,
right? Kind of why I think Friday the 13th on NES is a secret good game, even though everyone else on the planet thinks it's shit. Or Killer Instinct 2, for that matter.
Well, speaking of shit, no,
James, I was wondering how you're going to do that.
No, this James Allen actually brought up a comment about the Lego stuff. He said, "I'd be interested to see the sales figures of Lego Mario. There's always lots on the shelves in the shops, and
Same here.
Russ kind of said a similar thing. I thought the Lego Mario stuff flopped. Wonder if this was still in the works and it was just too late to cancel, for the Luigi stuff. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know, and we never will. But
yeah, here in Japan, it's always on shelves. It never seems to be selling. Yeah. Same here.
It's cool, but
it still blows my mind that like a Lego toy can get a firmware update.
Yeah.
It's
now is Luigi.
Yeah, and now my second thought is if it has a firmware, it can be hacked.
Yep,
that's exactly right. Can you run Doom on the little touch panel or the little screen on Mario's chest?
Yes. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I'm guessing the answer is yes. As soon as somebody tries hard enough.
Oh man, that's a little tiny ass screen. Can you run it in his individual eyes? That'd be the test.
Two instances.
Yes.
Somebody will take the challenge.
3 instances: the eyes and the chest.
Hey,
tweet it right. Tweet it right now. Can Lego Mario run Doom?
They did it on a pregnancy test, Danny. I think they can do it on Lego Mario's chest. Come on.
Okay, in the eyes too. I'm waiting. All right. Speaking of pregnancy, Ty.
Okay.
What do you got for us today?
Nice segue. I have some anime trash. I have a pretty solid pile of boxes here. I got 4 boxes. There's like one more huge box that's not going to be here in time, but this is more than enough. So we're going to do this. Maybe I should peel the shipping label off.
All right.
Are we in HD? I don't know.
No, probably not.
Famicast 4K.
Definitely 4K.
Yeah.
While Ty's opening this up, just so you guys know, if you're watching the video version, definitely check out the description box. You can see ways that you might be able to actually play this yourself. You might be able to win boxes of anime trash too.
Right. By the way, okay, so since Sega Catcher rebranded to Goltone, they updated the Twitter feed they have on their site. So, like, if you go to the Japanese one, it'll say like Goltone updates and automatically have a feed. And then on the English one, it'll be like an automatic feed from Goltone EN. However, they never registered the Twitter account, and some rando made a Goltone EN account, and he said he'll only release it to Sega when they port Crazy Taxi 3 to modern consoles. If it was me, I would have just tweeted hentai. I wish I had that kind of foresight. Oh boy, what do we have here? It's like I vaguely remember winning a bunch of depraved stuff.
Let's say speaking of hentai.
And it left my memory, but it looks like we have some girly figures.
Okay.
Let's fucking go. Wow, yeah, holy shit. What did I get here? Oh boy, here we go. All right. You remember last episode? The plush Asuna I got? Well, here's the figure version.
All right.
She's pretty wholesome, decently dressed.
She's actually wearing pants under the dress.
Yeah. It's pretty normal.
Yeah. Well, as James Allen will like to say all the time, though, it's time to get hard.
Yeah.
It's time to get hard? Is that a thing? Are we saying that now?
Oh, Christ, no. Please, no. All right. I have no idea what this is, but...
Child?
I don't know. She's cute, I guess. She's got the teacher glasses.
Does it say China or child?
It says Chino. Sensei Chino version. So that's the character name, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what it says. It says Sensei version.
All right.
Nice.
Oh yeah. I know what this is. This is Gochumun wa Usage desu ka? Is the Order of Rabbit. That's what it's fucking called. I've never seen it. But
it's time to get hard?
No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
It's time to go to church.
Oh, sorry. God bless you.
All right. Here's the crown jewel of the whole mess. All those fun little soft toys stick to the ceiling. I pray for death. All right, are you guys familiar with Uma Musume?
No.
Okay.
That's horse girls?
Yes. Jesus. So it's like a...
Oh god.
it's a fucking mobile game where you do like
No.
gotcha horse racing, and
isn't it like My Little Pony?
They're all based on real racehorses reimagined as anime girls.
My nephew was just telling me about this.
Yes, and there's a whole tie-in with the anime series, and all I can think of is that old joke pop-up image that says, "Is your girlfriend a horse?"
Oh my god! Yeah,
she has a little horse tail and everything.
Oh jeez.
Yep.
Quick, let's put the over 18s banner on, Danny.
Uma Musume Pretty Derby Zenryoku Zouke Special Week Anime Style. Here's your thumbnail, boys.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Here you go. Oh, that looks pretty good.
We just got hit
look
with
at that camera focus. And there you go.
James Allen, I saw a video with a girl and a horse once. ... Nice. Russ Greeno, horse girls.
Horse girls. Is your girlfriend a horse?
WHORSE.
I'm gonna be hoarse from screaming about anime. All right, next we have something fucking normal for once. Here we go. This is an Idolmaster girl.
Right.
Normal / sexually explicit too.
Yeah. This is an Idolmaster girl of some sort. She's sitting on a big fucking gear, as idols do.
Right.
Yep. Obviously.
So yeah, here's another anime girl for the pile.
Oh, you do take them out of the boxes. I can see like a whole shelf of them.
Yeah, I've been doing it just for the show. These are all the ones that I've unboxed on the show.
I see.
And if you like, I'll post a close-up picture on the Discord. So yeah, this is the this is like the ongoing canon of the Famicast. I unbox something, it goes behind me.
We're going to make a hell of a time-lapse video at the end of the year, I think. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're doing.
Like, take one screenshot of Ty each episode, see what it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we do a thumbnail for the video show, but it's a kind of a little bit small. We need to do like a full screen one, I think.
Right. 4K, 8K size. Yeah.
And then like the last episode of the year is just Ty crushed under a box of anime figures.
Oh yeah.
Or being called away in handcuffs.
Yeah, your whole room just collapses.
Okay, so here's box number 2. This is also from Gothon. Don't look at my address. Oh yes. All right. Here we fucking go. This is a good box.
James Allen's looking forward to these being Patreon rewards, season 5.
Hey, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Just wait and see how, when, where, and why. You guys like manta rays? Look at this guy.
Ah, there you go. Is that a Pokemon?
He's adorbs. He flaps.
That's a Pokemon, right?
No, it's just a regular fucking animal. Oh, and he's got this mouth. I can put things in here.
Put anime toys in there.
Yeah. He's got the stinger, the Irwinizer.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Pretty cute. They had three different colors. This wasn't the first color I wanted, but it was the easiest to get. So maybe I'll come back with the light blue one later.
Pro tip, go for what's easy. Right, Dan?
All right. Next we have, oh boy, another pretty anime girl. Check her out. She has little devil horns, devil wings, devil tail.
There it is.
To remind you, you're going to anime hell.
Yes.
Devil boobs. Yep.
There you go. Man, this is a haul this week. All right, what the hell is in here? I might have some Nintendo stuff. I literally don't remember what I got. So this is like Christmas.
Looks like the Manta Ray is a big hit. Chris is like, hey man.
It's
that
cool.
Manta Ray is great. It actually is pretty cool. Wholesome. It really is.
And
Russ likes it.
They had mini ones too, like little backpack strap sized ones, so you could get a set. You get a big one for home and a travel size one.
Right. James Allen, the Irwinizer. Harsh, but fair.
Yeah.
Just Irwinized.
Shit.
All right. Oh, all right. Fun stuff in here. Remember last time I had the big Sumiko Garashi Tokage?
Oh, yeah.
I have another one, and this is like a softer, plushier one. Look at this guy.
He's dying in there.
He's not. I'll free him. Oh man, there's layers.
He's
already dead.
Yeah, that's pretty massive too. I mean, that's like bigger than
this is a big boy.
torso.
Oh yeah, and he's all folded up too. Let's fluff him up.
Ty finally has a bed. He can now put things all together and make a bed.
Why hasn't Japan done a reality show where like somebody has to survive off of UFO catchers alone?
This is what this part of the Famicast is going to become.
Yeah, there are food-based UFO catchers, right, Ty?
Yeah, you can win food off of both Sega Catcher and Toreba. If you want to survive on snacks and energy drinks, you can.
You get some really giant like chocolate bars as well sometimes.
Yeah, they're all in there.
Perfect. Man. You got all the food groups covered.
This is a big boy, and he's so soft.
Yeah,
nice.
I love him. He's like even more comfy than he looks. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this guy for my pillow.
Nice mix of cuddly toys and sexually explosive anime toys.
All right, I do have a Nintendo thing in here. This Clefairy, bitch.
Oh, hey. Okay.
Yeah. This is a cute one. Oh, he's got a little string, so I can hang him from somewhere.
Hang him
your cell.
That tattoo.
Yes, hang him in my prison cell.
There it is.
Pretty cute. Man, he looks stressed though.
He probably is.
Okay.
Ruscarino Life in Japan topic: sending and receiving parcels in Japan.
Wow. All right. Here we go. Here's what you tuned in for.
Uh-oh.
As if the horse girl wasn't enough.
Right?
It just scared me when he says that.
Right.
Here we go. It's Anime Cat Girl.
Oh, boy.
The classic right here.
Yep.
She's almost naked. Mom, don't do that.
She's wearing a tail.
All right. Okay, chat, which do you like? Horse girl or cat girl? Place your bets now.
Yes.
Okay. And did you see I had one more thing in here? It's cute little baby-sized Tokage.
Okay.
So yeah, I have the big plush, I have the biggest Tokage and the smallest Tokage.
Gotcha. Okay. Same guy. Gotcha.
Yep.
It's called Tokage?
Yeah, that's his name.
Her means lizard in Japanese.
Yes. Yeah. But the thing is, he's not a lizard, he's a dinosaur.
Okay.
But he has a fucking neurosis about it, so he pretends he's a lizard.
Okay.
No, this is the lore. Look it up.
I believe you. I totally believe it.
The Tokages are coming out now. They're the actual lizards. My son caught one the other day.
Wow, good shit.
They're out. Right. They're around.
One more box.
They don't bite. They're not dangerous. They're just little lizards.
Yeah, they're just lizards.
I've seen dead ones that the outside cats are torn to pieces.
It's like that trade meme. Have you seen it floating around? So your cat comes, outstretched fingers, touching with a trade offer. He receives food and shelter. You receive dead lizard.
Oh, well,
seems like a good deal.
Yeah, one of the outside cats brought me a big fucking rat one day. That was horrifying.
Nice.
Thank God it was dead. Then I just buried it in my yard. I didn't know what else to do with it. Then there was a fucking typhoon the next day.
Oh, here we go. This is my first assassination contract right here. Somebody wanted a UFO catcher thing, but they couldn't ship it to their third world country, so they asked me, "Hey, if you get a chance, can you win this thing?" And I said yes.
Third world country, you mean the United States?
Yes. So I have this big Sugimoto pillow.
Okay. It's compressed. Okay, but if you open it up, it'd probably be pretty fluffy, huh?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Seems like a pretty standard pillow to me. But yeah, this is vacuum sealed a bit.
I wouldn't open that tie-in if you're sending it to someone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Explode twice its size.
But yeah, somebody's going to receive this for a modest fee.
Huh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you see anything you want on Toreba or Sega Catcher, I can keep an eye out for you if you know what I mean.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Is that a threat?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, was there anything else in that box? No, it was just the one thing. Yeah, so I have I got that box shipped from Toreba, and then I won like a whole bunch of stuff like in the next few days, and I was like, so you're gonna have to wait till the next episode to see a big box of things.
All right.
The pile is always full.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please take this away from me in my life.
They will.
Yes.
So that's a UFO catcher. So what did the chat say? Horse girls or cat?
It looked like Russ gave it a cat girl. What's
that was it? We only got one for cat girl. That was it.
One for Martin, two for Martin,
and then the rest were like, "Good Lord, get me out of here." So I guess cat girl wins.
There it is.
Yeah,
perfect.
The classic. All right.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the anime box. It's like Christmas every time.
Exactly.
There's something a little bit more classy about cats than horses.
Right.
Let's just leave it at that.
When it's attached to a woman.
I saw a video like that once. never been the same since. Just like James Allen. I know exactly what you mean, man. Didn't mean to watch that. Anyways, thank you so much for that, Ty. Also, James Allen should have sent that rat to Ty as a surprise Goton gift. Imagine wrapping that in the podcast. The rat that my cat gave me. Yeah, I can try to dig up the bones. Anyway, so James, how about you go ahead and kick off the anniversary talk?
All right. Yes, it's that part of the show. Famicast 10 years, part 4. And today we're talking about the latter NWR years. So a bit of 2015, but mostly 2016, 2017. So yeah, if you haven't listened to a show once in your life, I don't know why you'd be listening to a history lesson about the show. But anyway, welcome. So yeah, we'll talk. Actually, maybe we'll start with the little video message. There was actually, in researching for this section, I always find out something that I'd forgotten about. And the thing that I'd forgotten about this time was friend of the show, Kevin Cecil. He was actually on an episode of the Famicast.
Yep.
He was on episode 115, which is, it's like, that's Fammies. One of the newer shows, right?
The Fammies, 2017.
It was?
Yeah. No, it was the one right before the
one
Fammies,
before. The one before. Yeah. So yeah, I was digging through my old tweets and like emails. I was trying to find like when did we first keep in contact with him? And it turns out he actually sent me a message in 2013, which I'd completely forgotten. And the thing is, like, Kevin, in case you don't know who he is, he's a writer. He's written for like loads of like pretty big British TV shows and movies. Americans, you can just block your ears for a second, but like Amanda Iannucci Show, Armstrong and Miller, Little Britain, Trigger Happy TV, Graham Norton, Smack the Pony, and maybe there's a movie, Romeo and Juliet. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he's won awards, he's won BAFTAs, he's won lots of cool stuff. And I just got a random message from him out the blue, and he was asking me about he was going on a trip to Japan, and he was like, hey, I'm a fan of your show, I've been listening for a few years, and I'm gonna go to Japan with my family. Have you got any like tips, like any places we can go? And I was like, Sure. I was just talking to him as a regular guy. You know, I just thought he was just like, you know, a fan or something. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I checked his profile and I was like, holy shit, this you are a fan of me? Like, what?
Nice.
Seriously? That's weird, but thank you. Anyway, and we got to chatting, and eventually I actually met up with him in Japan, kind of semi recently, maybe in the last few years, before, the end of days happened. And we had him on the show in 2017. Anyway, that was cool. Anyway, we have a nice little message from Kevin, which I would like to show to you now. And remember, this guy, he's a professional, comedic writer. So he's a fun guy. Here we go.
I'm Kevin Cecil, and I couldn't believe it when I got a message telling me that the Famicast is 100 years old this month. That turned out to be a typo. I've been a listener from the beginning, and I've even been to Japan where I met up with James. I'd like to come back, but apparently there's some sort of total ban on international travel at the moment, which I'm trying not to take personally. Enjoy your anniversary. I hope you're having lots of KFC strawberry cake and limited edition 7-Eleven Mario snacks. I wonder if you'll get a telegram from Princess Peach herself. Happy 10 years. Let's all get together when you really are 100, and who knows, perhaps there'll even be a new Metroid game out by then.
Nice.
Nice.
Don't count on
it. That was cool.
Fingers crossed, boys.
It was we met up in Tokyo. It was actually another Famicast member, I guess. Well, he's a Patreon exclusive downloadable character called Reggie. We download him for our Life in Japan podcast, and him and me and a few of my friends, we all met up. It was cool. He's obviously a very funny guy. He's a professional comedic writer. But yes, thank you, Kevin. Awesome message. And it was just amazing to see how long he'd been a listener. Well, like you said, since the start.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on, a little bit of 2015, and we talked about 2015 in the last section, but there was one thing that I forgot to talk about, and actually even Ty, who this is related to, had completely forgotten about it. Yeah. So Ty, why don't you tell us about your first ever? Well, it wasn't called Champion Edition back then, but you did some kind of thing.
Yeah, as best as I could piece together from my memory, I think I did this more as kind of a spin-off from a thread I was doing on Nintendo World Report when I posted there. So it was basically a thing to try to mind control people on the forum into playing fighting games, and I don't know if it worked or not. But there was a lot of really good information on everything that happened in fighting games up to 2015. So if you wanted to learn about all the hot new releases of 6 years ago, you should check it out.
So it was you, James Jones. We had a message from him last episode.
I remember.
Don Koopman.
Yeah.
And Addison Webb.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like targeted towards like beginners and outsiders from fighting games. Like, hey, come in, join the fun. Fighting games are the best. And I think you'll see this a lot in fighting games. Like they're all fighting game players always saying, "Hey, come here, get in."
We need more people.
Yeah. Not something you see from like MOBA players. We need more people.
Yeah. In the talkback thread on Nintendo World Report, there's a guy called Sora, and he said, "So Ty's new business is getting a spin-off."
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah. But people seem to like it. People also saying like, "How can I subscribe to this?" And it's like, no, this is a one-off.
Yeah.
Going
right, like I remember, like I think even you asked me, like, hey, are you gonna put this on the feed? And I'm like, feed?
I'm not hungry, no thanks.
Yeah, right. Well said. Like, no, you're gonna right click, save as.
What's that?
That's right. Yeah.
You're gonna download it in a RAR off of this torrent site.
There it is.
Nice. So there it is. The prequel to Champion Edition. Well, patrons already know this, but Ty has his own fighting game podcast on our Patreon called Champion Edition. So it's I think it's had like maybe 6 or 7 episodes by now. I think something like that, right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, and then 2016. So the first thing in 2016 was in April. So this was a thing on Nintendo World Report. There was a Smash for Wii U tournament set up, and it was a pretty elaborate thing, actually. I mean, Ty, as a fighting game tournament going person, was probably vomiting into a bucket about how everything was wrong. But, you know, it was just for funsies. It was just like, you know, a scrub tournament. But it was cool because like it was all captured and stuff, and then like people were doing like live commentary and stuff like that, you know. And we got we did okay, but we got kicked out by the Trollmeister himself, Mr. James Jones.
The Gus Bellows, it was like Gus Bellows only or some shit like that. It was
no, the one that knocked us out. I mean, it was he was Jigglypuff. And it was like timers, like slowdown timer. So like he was just like floating above and then just like hitting the timers. So just like you couldn't touch him. It was like everyone was in slow motion except him. So because it was like you could choose your own rules for like one of the matches or something like that. You know, most people just chose like regular rules, like or like one particular item. But they were just like
smart. You picked the most awful trolly one possible.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, the RFN Radio Free Nintendo crew, they'd obviously thought very carefully about how to fuck everyone up. So yeah, good luck to them. I think they lost in the end, but anyway. But in the end, it was actually 2 really good players fighting against each other. So you know, life finds a way. But yeah, I found a video of some of our matches. Yeah, and we did all right. We didn't do terribly. We weren't last or anything.
Right, but man, that Smash Brothers net play is
yeah, man. Yeah, there was a lot.
I can't believe we actually even attempted to play that game overseas.
Right, everyone on Wi-Fi.
Yikes!
Everyone on Wi-Fi. I mean, Ty, did you have a LAN adapter for your Wii U?
I think I did.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
One of these bad boys?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, he hasn't even plugged it in. Brilliant.
No, I have. No, okay. I just bought this just as a collector's piece the other day.
As a joke.
Me LAN cable thing. Anyways.
Not even mine. It's
not even mine,
man.
Of course, the pro play would be to like wrap your Wii U in tinfoil before getting online.
There it is.
Just block all signals to it.
Yep.
Yeah, so then TGS 2016 was a big deal. TGS Family Crew. So this time it was Danny and me and Cyrus. I couldn't see any mention of Ty at this.
Yeah,
one.
I think I maybe went like just by myself on a public day, and there was like nothing interesting at the show that year. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it was
like you weren't even on the show about TGS. Like you were just not a part of it at all. So I was thinking about that. Maybe or something. I don't know. But anyway,
2016. Yeah, I don't know. Where was I? I don't know. Maybe I did have something that week.
I didn't actually do a trolley video this year, which was unusual. I actually played games. I played Puyo Puyo Chronicle on 3DS, and that's all I can see. Maybe I was taking photos or something. And Danny, you played Azure Striker Gunvolt 2.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that like a
Gunvolt? The side-scrolling thing, right?
Side-scrolling, thing. One Piece Dai Kaizoku Coliseum. Okay, no idea. Monster Hunter Stories.
Yep.
And Megami Meguri.
I don't know if you guys remember about this game. It was a weird.
Vaguely, yeah.
What the fuck was it? It was weird.
Well, the tagline says, we got the scoop on the latest oddball communication game from Capcom.
Yeah.
Was it something to do with Suica cards or something? No,
something like that. Yeah, and it's a Capcom
it was the most
game.
Japanese thing ever.
Capcom game. You're communicating by typing into the 3DS and communicating with this AI character that was developed by like Toshiba or something weird. This is like from memory without reading any of this, but yeah, if you check out NintendoWorldReport.com, like I said, I'm going to try to, if I remember, I'll put this in our side article so you guys can actually check out coverage from TGS 2016 if you want to see, because it's always kind of interesting to see things that came out that were really weird at the time, and then they kind of sucked, and then people forgot about it. But like, you know, at TGS, you kind of get excited about weird shit like this. Especially I did, because it's like, okay, there's no way in hell anybody else in the West that are going to this show or even going to fucking play this. This is like my chance to shine. It just so happened that nobody gave a fuck. But you know, whatever. I think James Jones, he at least read it.
Actually, no, I did do a trolley video. I totally forgot. I thought, yeah, because I played one game, but I was actually doing other stuff. Because I think the NX, it was called the NX at that point, right?
Yep.
And you know, we were trying to find out, like, you know, information about it, and so I decided to ask every single developer at TGS, do they have any information on NX games? So that's what I did. It was TGS 2016. So yeah, I got some answers. None of it turned out to be true. I think I asked a guy about like fucking Dragon Quest. Was it Dragon Quest 11, right? The one that eventually came to Switch. Because they actually announced it for Switch like before Switch came out.
Yeah, it was like, I think pre-TGS that year, 2016, which is really weird to say something like that early on.
Yeah, so I think I was asking him about that kind of stuff. And then just mainly asking like booth companions questions that they didn't understand what I was asking them, and then say confirmed for NX. Basically, that was the joke. I was like, blink twice if it's coming to NX, and then yeah,
blink twice.
That was it. Oh, a nice, cute Tracer. I think it's just Tracer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was fun times at what was it? TGS 2016.
Yep.
And then we did a what was it? Oh, the show was called Lame Show Stories. So I think that pretty much explains why maybe Ty didn't go.
I mean,
I think I did, but I didn't tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
Just thinking about 2016, especially for Nintendo fans, what a shit year.
Yeah. Hands-on with every Nintendo title from TGS. Are you ready?
My work is done.
Yeah. I think I literally did play every 3DS game, and it was all that crap.
Oh yeah, and Mario coming to iPhone was a kind of like that was in the air as well.
That was a thing. I was fine with Super Mario Run. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I especially loved it when Miyamoto came out on stage and thanked Steve Jobs. Thank you, Steve, when he was talking to Tim Cook. Tim Apple, and
Tim. But I remember, like, you know, people were like not worried, but it was just like kind of like a strange time, wasn't it? Like what the fuck, Nintendo in Mario on a smartphone? Yeah. Seriously? It was that kind of thing.
Stockholders are the worst.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, the Famicom Mini came out that Christmas or that holiday season, or the NES Mini, whatever you want to call it. That I thought that was cool. I mean, Ty's like, it's fucking ROMs in a box. You can download the shit for free. I know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the same aesthetics. I'm not going to build it myself.
Okay, then. So, yeah, TGS 2016. Next was pretty big one, actually. Pretty exciting. So, 2017, we're going on to now. The January Switch event. So this was a big deal. This was like a world exclusive. You know, the Famicast boys get to go, you know, to this event and play the Switch. You know, there was just like been some kind of announcement. Like there was a video presentation the day before or something like that.
Yeah.
So you know there was going to be 1 million people going to this public event the next day, or whatever it was, the day after, a couple of days after, or something like that. And we went there. Us 3 boys were all there. I guess Cyrus lives too far away, right?
Yeah.
I think
now, especially, but
definitely now. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one, Danny.
You're welcome.
Do you guys remember this one?
I do. I remember because we did part of it live.
Yes, we did. I hope this is not too loud. There it is. Oh, there. Sorry. Yeah, so we actually just plunked our asses down, didn't we?
The live part of Famicast 95.
Yep.
And just started live streaming from the middle of that convention hall, wherever that. Well, Big Sight. Was it Big Sight?
No, that was.
No,
oh shit!
was
it Mesa? I don't remember. We probably talk about it there.
I don't think it was
we were using my cell connection over like a 4G kind of spotty connection in a convention hall, so I'm glad that it just went through. Period. You know,
maybe it was that. That does look like Big Sight, but I don't remember it being in Big Sight.
Yeah, I don't either.
It definitely wasn't Macari.
Okay. It must be Big Sight.
I know that.
I hate Big Sight. Oh my god.
I think it was Big Sight, actually.
You'll have to rewatch that. Yeah, I think this is on the Nintendo World Report YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess we were just talking about what we played.
Yeah.
At the event. I mean, they had ARMS like Splatoon 2, Zelda, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of it was like, yeah, good luck if you weren't there that exact 1 minute after it opened and got a ticket, we're not going to play anything.
Yeah, Zelda. Yeah, it was impossible to play at the event, more or less.
Yeah, I do remember playing ARMS. I think that was thanks to Danny, actually. I think, Danny, you gave me your ticket or something like that.
Okay. Take your word for it.
Yeah. Ty was there.
Yeah.
Ty, do you remember any games you played at that one?
Did I even play anything? I think I played I played the Street Fighter game.
Yeah. I played it once with
the
James.
Weirdo Edition.
With Ty, too.
Violent Ken.
I actually got like right into that and wanted to experiment with a bunch of stuff. But man, it was one of those things where it's like really hard to play anything.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to play ARMS, but I didn't get to. You got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to. I remember Ty, you give him some tips. You just like throw the guy or something. Throw the guy 100 times.
Yeah, throw him until he dies.
I did that and won, so that was a good tip.
Yeah. Welcome to the wide world of competitive esports.
Yeah, James Allen brings this up too. I don't think I've ever seen you guys in the same room together. Lol. Yeah, it's not something that happens. That got to happen very often. And like, there's only one time when we all got to, and we'll talk about what Cyrus included. We'll talk about that another time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, snipper clips.
Snipper clips. I guess that was the easiest one to go to, but like even that was like not sold out, but whatever, the tickets were out. I think at this point it was closed, by the way. The video that we're watching now on the stream, it looks pretty empty because they're pretty much telling everyone to get out.
They let us back in.
Oh, Danny, was this where you got the Nintendo jacket?
Yeah, that's right. That's on the other side of the room, the Nintendo Switch jacket. I remember at the time, when it finally got to me, I was thinking like, man, I hope the Switch doesn't suck. Well, actually, if it did, then I still have a cool collector's item. All these jackets that these guys are wearing, I thanks to James, actually, I was able to actually get one of them, which is pretty cool and pretty nice.
Beat up an old man, stole his jacket.
Yes, that was cool because I mean, they're not supposed to give away this type of shit. They're supposed to turn it back in or throw it away or whatever the hell happens to it. It's such a fucking waste. I hate it, but
right. Yeah. So I guess he didn't mind. So I remember on this is on the NWR YouTube channel. Somebody added a comment saying, "You didn't notice Tezuka Takashi Tezuka? How dare you?" And I was like, "What?" I had to like rewatch my own video because I edited this video. I took this video and edited this video, and I didn't even notice it until after it got published to YouTube.
Yeah,
and it really was true. It was Takeshi Suzuki. I just videotaped him. Just walked by him because I was looking at stuff, behind him or next to him or something.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember.
Couldn't just. The queues were just ridiculous. I mean, people were queuing like 2 hours just to get a photo of a replica Splatoon 2 gun, not even playing the game.
It was so stupid. Like at the site that they had this, they're what they call a hall. Typically for something that's like a big gaming event like TGS or something like that, they have like multiple halls or like spaces rented out, but they only had like one relatively small space rented out for this. And it's like, I don't think much else was going on at the time. I mean, obviously I'm not an event planner or anything like that, so whatever, but like, man, I think they really kind of missed the ball. It was a shitty thing for people to go to because there wasn't really much that you can actually fucking play.
Right. I mean, they had some cool setups. I remember the Zelda one was like a very peaceful kind of darkened zone. You could just play whatever you wanted for like 15 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Didn't get to play it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it was a cool event. I mean, it was a shame I could only play one game. Oh no, I played Street Fighter, I played ARMS.
Did you play 1-2-switch there, or did we just wave at the guys as they were going out?
No, I was just trolling the guy, the 1-2-switch guy, because it was weird, wasn't it? They had those like 4 foreigners like in the boxes.
Yeah, and I think we might have mentioned this on the show back then. But like the kind of interesting or funny thing is some of those guys that are prominent in 1-2-switch, they're people that are just like actors that are like sometimes on TV and stuff here, like as like extras or as like foreigner parts or something like that. Like sometimes I'll see him on TV, like, oh, that's that guy from 1-2-switch.
Nice, yeah. The 1-2-switch guy.
Get
his autograph.
Yes.
Because there was one like where he just like danced all day.
Yeah,
that's all he did.
Yeah.
Good luck to him. So yeah, that was the 2017 Switch event. So yeah, we did a episode after that called Stiffness at Switchmas. I guess that was, we were worried about some stiffness. Was it the Switch sticks? Okay, I guess. Does anyone remember that? I remember complaining about something about the controller.
I don't think that was a controller.
What was stiff at that event, Danny?
Well, honestly, yeah, good question. I honestly don't remember it.
Anyway, Famicast episode 95, Stiffness at Switchmas. As you can tell, episode number is getting pretty high there because we only did 100 episodes at NWR. So, yes, briefly wanted to mention about theme songs. Yes, I think I mentioned it briefly last episode. So the episodes 1 to 100, we used a song called Mario 2 Drum Mix, and that was by a band called 8-Bit Weapon. And in case you're wondering, yes, we did get permission from 8-Bit Weapon to use that song for our theme song. So, unlike most of the music that we don't ask Nintendo for to use if we can use their music.
I fax them every single time.
There you go. But yeah, we did have permission. So yeah, I guess a thank you to 8-Bit Weapon. You should check them out. They got some lots of cool, chiptune music, as you would imagine. A lot of cool remixes and stuff. They've got their own Wikipedia page. You should check them out. 8-Bit Weapon.
Huh.
Yeah, they're legit. I don't know if they ever knew that one of their songs was used for 100 episodes of a Nintendo podcast. Probably not. Well, they did know, but they've probably forgotten by now. Anyway. Yeah. And then after that, when we went solo, our good friend Perry Burkham took over. He actually offered to make us a lovely theme song, which he entitled "Please Understand." So I don't know if we've ever revealed that before, but the theme song Famicast is called Please Understand. That is the track name.
Yeah,
That's
I guess.
amazing.
I mean, I edit the show every time, and I see it every single time, and I just kind of take it for granted myself. But yeah, that's the name, and that was Perry's doing. Thank you, Perry.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, like I said, I think Perry just offered it. He was like, "Hey, heard you guys are going solo. Do you need a theme song?" Yeah. And then we worked with him back and forth. Had several versions we went through, and then we landed on that one. And it was awesome.
Cool beans.
Russ is complaining. We used to get outtakes at the end of the podcast back in the day. Yes, that is true.
Yeah. I will say that I think there are less outtakey things like these days. I think mainly because we're doing it live. And the only things I'm cutting out, honestly, are just breaks or silences or farts or whatever. So.
Right. Heated gamer words.
I leave that stuff in. That's raw.
So there it is. And then that was the episode 100 called Famicrew Out, was in March 2017. So we did it on our anniversary, I guess. What would have been? That would have been our 6-year anniversary.
Yep.
Of the Famicast is when we left NWR.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, we had Matt and Minoru joined us as special guests for Famicast 100, and why did we leave NWR? That's a question that many people ask us. No, they don't.
Nobody has asked us,
but some people might wonder that. Well, we just wanted to try new things. We wanted to, we wanted to do whatever we wanted to do. We don't want to be. We love working for NWR, but we can do whatever we want in our own channel. Do our own thing. Don't have to ask permission.
Have our own Patreon.
Have our own Patreon. There it is.
There it is.
Danny can use racial swears and all that kind of stuff that we couldn't
not
do
even on the Patreon only shows. I can use it in the public ones too.
Right. They have standards at NWR. We don't have standards, so we can do whatever the fuck we want. We can talk about piracy. We can talk about,
anything. Be gay, do crimes.
But there was 100% no ill will whatsoever in us leaving NWR. It was all, it was planned. We told everyone. We said our goodbyes, and we were wished well as we left, and we still love those guys, and we'd have any of them back up on this show, no problem. Cool.
See ya, chumps.
Right. Whether they want to come back, come be on our show is a whole nother thing entirely, but there it is.
So it is. So up to this point, that's Nintendo World Report. We might thing forgotten again, but next episode we're probably going to be talking about when we went solo.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, Balls misses the Soldier Boy lyrics. What was the Soldier Boy? Was that Soldier Boy? That
no.
GameCube Nintendo?
That was Mike Jones, not to be confused with the other Mike Jones, but the rapper Mike Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, GameCube Nintendo. Yeah. Oh man, I love that song.
Great one. So look forward to part 5 next show, next month.
Cool.
Ooh, part 5 at the start of season 5. There we go.
There it is. Planned totally. Question.
Yep.
Cool.
Right then. Feedback, Danny?
Yep. We'll go through a little bit of feedback here, and I'll go ahead and kick that off right now. So, where the hell is the feedback button? My God. Yes, I'm blind today. Anyways, if you guys, James, please help me. Anyways, if you guys have any feedback or comments or questions or anything like that, be sure to reach out to us. You can, not that one. Is it just gone?
Feedback. I think it's gone. I don't see any feedback button here. Sorry.
Okay, that's weird.
I need to delete it.
Anyways, if you leave us feedback, we probably won't delete it like we did the feedback button on the for the video version. But if you want to hit us up an email, you can. You can hit us up at thefamicast@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at the Famicast. Hit us up in the YouTube comments. Hit us up on thefamicast.com in the comments, and we'll read out some of your stuff. We're going a little bit long today, so I'm going to read off maybe just a couple of comments here from YouTube. And James, if there's anything interesting on Twitter, could you pull that up?
Be back. Is that it?
Good enough. Of course, the comments aren't loading for me on my device. Great. Yeah. Like I said, oh my God. There we go. Okay. A couple of different things. Blah, 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 blah. There were a couple of good ones. Oh my God. Sorry.
Should I read some tweets, Danny, while you're twitting around there?
Please, thank you. God.
Oh, Danny's having some technical problems. Right then, so Twitters. Let's have a look. I can't. What is this in relation to? There's a guy at Draws Sunny. He's going to. Oh yes, the Japanese buddy mission Bond comic was translated into English by our very own Mr. Danny Bivens. Right. He or she is very excited about that. Yeah, check it out on the Famicast. If you that, VN Fujoshi, aka at Yuki Naime, is also hoping to see Buddy Mission Bond. He or she is saying, yeah, he's still hoping for the full game here. Here, obviously, possibly referring to a Western country, I assume. Russ Greener, always bring a stepladder. What's that about?
You don't. That's a thread.
I shouldn't read this.
I don't care.
Okay.
That's a thread.
Is this about cats shitting everywhere or something like that?
Yeah. That was fun.
I don't want to get into that thread again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Something about cats and shitting. Anyway,
Russ. Russ is just on the fucking ball today. He's just kind of sounding off in the comments like Danny subtly showing off his new phone. It's like I wasn't trying to. Yes, it is a new phone. I wasn't trying to show it off.
So I think James Allen and Russ are jealous of your merch that you get, Danny. Maybe your parasail blanket.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you given it to your cat yet?
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Only I have can use it to jump from my balcony. So,
yep. Russ says that acrylic thing is basically a poster, but rather than being flat, it takes up space in your room.
Can't say no to that. I mean, it's true. It's very true.
Do you really keep those acrylic things, Danny? The one came with that Hyrule Warriors game, right?
Yeah, that's actually the only one I have, honestly. And I made some shelf space for it. And when I get this new Zelda one, if I get this, I'll do that.
So there was a game called Ice Station Z. Was that in the top 10?
Yeah. So every week I'll do a story basically based off of what's going on in the Japanese eShop, the top 10 games on the 3DS and the Switch. And since this game was like on super sale, it was number one. And it is like it's an online 3D like zombie online multiplayer thing. It looks like ass.
Amazing.
And that's just from the screenshots. It's just like so fucking empty. And yeah, I kind of want to try it though. Maybe I'll get it before the sale. We'll see. We did have a comment on the last episode. If there's anything else, James.
No, I say yeah. Over to you.
Okay. So Rock, who actually was kind of sounding off in the comments and stuff last week. He had a comment at the end of the video. And how did Ty play? The last episode, Ty had a really long new business and was talking about like tons and tons of games. And Rocky, I was like, how does Ty play so much? Does he not sleep? And it's kind of amazing that you had a week here where his anime trash section went off for ages to this next week where his gaming, where he playing went off for ages.
My gaming trash.
Yes.
Ty has a lot of trash. He plays a lot.
What has Xbox Games with Gold dragged in this week?
Yeah, you were achievement hunting, I think, at that time too.
Yeah, like I have a little process where I just play like all the games on my backlog, at least up to the first achievement, so I have it on my achievements list, basically.
There it is.
Yeah,
Cool.
I neglected to mention I was playing some truck racing game. I think you guys will forgive me.
No.
The Switch equivalent is just playing it until it shows up on your activity log, right?
Right, pretty much.
Literally just like 1 second.
You played this game for a little while.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Achievement unlocked. There are a lot of cool additions to the Switch, like what do you call it, the profile and the activity thing. Like you can see like what games are your friends playing now. Like 10 friends are playing Monster Hunter Rise.
Trending or something.
Yeah, trending. Oh, that's cool. Cool thing they added.
Nobody's playing anything that I have, so no Buddy Mission Bond, no Dingy Go. Yeah. Disappointing. You guys should be ashamed. But yeah, since we're running a little bit long, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for the feedback. And
yeah, 2 hours 20 minutes, like another lengthy episode.
Yeah,
probably these history lessons are that'll do it.
It's all good. All right, and that's actually going to do it for the show. So we want to thank you guys, obviously, for listening and supporting us for a decade, which is really weird to think of that it's come to this, but here we are. But if you guys want to follow us individually on Twitter, you can. Long timers, you already know where to find us, but just in case you don't, you can find me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James.
I'm at Famicomplicated. It's the combination of Famicom, the games console, and Discombobulated.
Perfect. And Ty.
Super Cat Drugs. Check out that Getsu Fumaden tweet I told you about earlier.
Right.
It's there. It's like the 5th one down.
All right. I believe you. I think you're a liar, but whatever. All right. Well, yeah, again, thank you guys so much for listening and watching and all that type of stuff. We'll catch you later. Like I said, Russ going off in the comments, lots of stuff. Yeah, thank you for, hey, if you guys want, actually, YouTube's going pretty good for us so far. 1.61 subscribers, 1.61K subscribers. Excuse me.
One guy
couldn't even get to 2. If we do get to 100K, we will get some kind of a plaque. Although I did hear something that somebody in my Twitter feed got to 100K or to 100K, and then YouTube said, "Yeah, sorry, your content's not unique enough." Where it's like everybody else that's getting it is like YouTuber that looks basically just like me, the white guy with brown hair and glasses, and they're all unique, and this woman wasn't. It was weird. Anyways, we'll see. But anyways, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good rest of your day, and we will catch you guys later.
Family Crew out.
Peace. Yep.
Thanks.
I'm going to stall here for a second while I put up an end screen so that we have something to end the show on. But
great value for money, Russ says. You're welcome.
That's what we're here for.
At least 1 laugh per hour guaranteed. That's been generous as well. Thanks, Jess. I'll take that one.
Yep.
That's at least 2.5 laughs, isn't it?
Right. All right. Well, Jesus Christ.
Yes, we are the only podcast about white guys in Japan playing Nintendo. That's true.
That's right.
I guess.
All right. Later, guys.